is that Gyökeres always had this plan not to show up to training, so this is not something that Sporting understood today. They already knew days ago, more than 1 week ago, from Gyökeres directly to the president. He said, I'm not coming for training, I only want to go to Arsenal. And Gyökeres maintains his position. But why this position is so tense? Because Gyökeres feels betrayed. Gyökeres feels that there was a pact for the player to leave for 60 million euros plus 10 million euros in add-ons. He doesn't feel that that pact is being respected. Arsenal offered 65 and not 60, so even more than what was expected, and Sporting didn't accept because they want more than 65 fixed. They want at least 70. So this is the point. There is still a tense situation, but Arsenal keep working on the deal. All parties want to win their own war in this story, but for sure, Viktor Gyökeres maintains his point. He wants to go to Arsenal. He has an agreement with Arsenal on 5-year contract. And so he's not planning to stay at Sporting this summer or for the next 3 years. This is the position of Gyökeres. Sporting maintain their position in public and in private, but Arsenal, behind the scenes, keep working on the Gyökeres deal. So now, guys, you understand that the situation is quite tense, but Arsenal are still working on it. So deal on for Gyökeres between a complicated, tense situation between all parties involved in the story. Some positive news.
Arsenal to find a striker. Jules, tell us the latest on Gyökeres and what's going on with regards to his situation in Portugal at the moment.
Well, we know that he hasn't showed up for pre-season for the first day of training, which is not something that I think players do usually, but he wants to not force the move, but he doesn't understand why this is not done, and I think he's got a point. It seems that Sporting are very difficult to negotiate with and deal with when they're happy with the feed and they change their mind and ask for more money. There's a lot of issues with the structure of the deal and things like that, which again should not be happening, but it happens because the release clause of Gyökeres, which is 100 million euros, and Arsenal are not going to pay that, but there's a gentleman's agreement that we mentioned on the show before between Gyökeres and Sporting that he can go for less money than that. It's just for how much money exactly are they going to let him go, and that seems to change a lot quite regularly with Sporting, and they're very public owner and president. So it's not an easy negotiation at all for that, and that's why I think he's taking a little bit more time than really he should have and what people were expecting.
But it's going to happen?
Yeah, I think it will happen. He wants to go there. They are in very strong position. They're not far from a full agreement, but it seems that, yeah, Sporting are not always easy to deal with.
I was thinking, Jules, not since you championed Karim Benzema to be Ballon d'Or have we seen such propaganda coming from your social media regarding a player, and that is Madueke making the move from Chelsea. I can't... Every hour is a different post saying he's such a great signing. You don't know why everyone is against it.
That's not so. By the way, I'm really pushing for Ousmane Dembele, obviously my boy, to win the Ballon d'Or, but that's another story for another time.
Yes.
For Madueke, it's just I don't really understand the negativity around him. I'm not sure really where this is coming from. We said on the show many times, okay, he's not maybe Bukayo Saka yet at that kind of level, or a top winger from a top European club, but there's a good potential there. He's an England international. He's only 23 years old. He will bring competition to the squad. He will bring character to the team. Different options for Arteta. This is good, and I just this hashtag about no to Madueke. No, I think this is pretty harsh on him, to be fair. So that's all I was saying. I think Arsenal fans are being really harsh with this signing, and maybe the timing is not right. If Gyökeres was already an Arsenal player and then they were going to sign Madueke, that would have gone down better with fans. I understand that, but I think Gyökeres will happen, and I think Madueke is not a bad signing. And just to finish on that, if you're a top European club, 50 million, even for a squad player, is what you pay. If you look at Liverpool, City, PSG, they've got players. Barcola is on the bench for PSG every single game.
Gyökeres will face disciplinary proceedings at Sporting after he failed to turn up to training today. Gyökeres was due back after the club gave him permission to delay his return. Arsenal have been in talks to sign the 27-year-old, but haven't been able to reach an agreement with Sporting over a £69 million deal. Sporting are believed to want an initial £60.4 million plus £8.6 million in add-ons. Well, the Sporting president, Federico Varandas, had this to say: "We're calm. Everything can be solved with the closure of the market, a hefty fine and an apology to the group. If they don't want to pay Victor's fair market value, we'll be very comfortable with that for the next 3 years." If the geniuses who are devising this strategy think that this puts pressure on me to make it easier for him to leave, Not only are they completely wrong, but they are also making it more complicated for the player to leave. No one is above the interests of the club, whoever they are.